Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Ryan BK, and I'm glad to have you here. Today, I'm playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, where I'll be diagnosing car problems, fixing rides, upgrading the shop, and building the ultimate garage in career mode. If you're into cars, gaming, or just hanging out, hit that like button, subscribe, and jump into the chat. I'd love to hear from you. So, without further ado, let's fire up the lift and get to work. Well, I think it's working better now. Just had the wrong microphone selected a while ago. That was you? So tonight Lily was saying there was a little bit of a delay, it seemed, between chat and when I was responding back. So I think I set some made some settings, so should be more real-time stuff. All right. What I'm doing with this episode, I'm going to take this BMW. This is a story. This is the story mode. I believe I've purchased the paint booth with the last episode. Let's go check. Going to my garage upgrades here. Yep. So I've got a paint booth now. And I got about $7,000 credits. So I think that's going to get us in pretty good shape for this next mission. What I'm going to do first is give this car a good wash. Send it over to the power washer here. I'm going to wash this car up. Alright. So looks like some of it's gray, some of it's blue, a lot of rust. That's what they want to fix on this mission. Go ahead and do clean the interior as well. Now, it's not a requirement, I guess, to wash it. I just like to work with clean cars. Let's go move it to the lift. And then we'll see what the story requirements are again for this 1990 BMW M3 car. 34,000 miles. Looks like it's current color is gray, factory color white, and 18-inch rims. Car origin, mission, okay. Can be found in barns, junkyards, or auctions. Body condition sucks. The frame, not so good. Parts, interiors, not so good. So it's like green, orange, yellow, green, yellow, orange, red. Are like the 4 different conditions you can have for parts and stuff. But yes, parts of it are blue. But like the body, that looks gray. I think these blue bumper parts, these other blue parts, are probably parts that they got along the way. I don't know. So alright, so first I'm gonna do is, because this car probably is pretty complete, Like this engine here has 26 parts. Seems pretty complete. So I can get some good skill points, XP points, I should say, by doing some examinations. I'm just going to start this mission by examining some of these car parts. I think before I get any further, I'm going to show you where this is going to be beneficial. If I go up here, I go to CR, no, I go to the story, the parts that I need to fix here. There's a lot of parts that are not discovered yet. And these are the parts that I need to fix. I need to repair or replace. And by doing the inspection, the car inspection like this, be able to see exactly what parts need to be replaced. So that's a benefit of shaking down the car like this. It's going to identify, and it shows you parts that are in bad shape. They'll be red, so you can kind of easily identify them by doing this. Looks like a lot of parts are in medium shape. The yellow. Ghost car. It's pretty cool how they do that. Shade back the body part. Alright, so just gonna go in here, and it's inspecting all these different parts. And then any of them that are needing repair or replacement will be identified in our mission. Let's see. Usually suspension down here has a couple. Exhaust. There's a couple of different places where exhausts can be inspected. Booster, fuse box usually has a couple. Drive shaft. Back here, a couple on the suspension here. And then wheels, tires, go around here. Like so. So I'm already up to 300 XP on this. Not 300 that I've gotten with this car, but all right. So there we're identifying some red parts. This might be you know, part of the story where it talks about problems with this car. Well, that could be a good reason because of those parts there. All right, so I've identified some body parts, some non-engine parts related issues. Now I'm going to go in and use some tools to identify maybe some problems with engine and electronics. All of these are going to give me 1 XP point each. And then it gives you a little report here. We go back here because remember there's some parts on the rear axle that were showing red. Now that I've done that scan a while ago, it identified some of these parts. I can click this blue star, and what that does is identifies on the car itself those areas that for this mission, the things that need to be repaired on the car. So that's the reason why we go through that. Oh, so now I'm going to go back to the engine. We use so that was the OBD scanner. Basically kind of taps into the computer of the car, allows you to see some, you know, status of certain car parts. Compression tester, this is going to test parts of the engine, the motor itself. Most everything is in red. Sorry, yellow. So it's in decent shape. I don't think this mission is really going to be focused on engine stuff. It's going to be mostly on the bodywork stuff and obviously stuff on the rear end. This is a electronics tester. Stuff in the fuse box and battery, stuff like that. Next I've got tire tread tester. This is going to test the how much tire tread is left or what shape the tires are in. I don't think this mission... Oh! Well, that one tire is bad. So that's probably going to be part of the mission. Hey, Lima. Welcome to the chat. And then I've got fuel pressure. I'm going to check this fuel pressure out. These are all different parts of the fuel system here. Fuel filter, fuel pump. Looking decent. Stuff in the yellow. Probably not going to need to fix. And I think that's all I can do with the tools that I have here. I'm going to go back here and see. Alright, so race tire, I've identified that. So there's going to be parts in here that I haven't discovered yet by doing the car inspection and using those tools. But they're going to be pretty easy to spot because they're going to be kind of... looks like they're going to be like in bad shape. There's going to be something about them that's going to tip us off. Like a bolt that's like rusty. That's a kind of a good indicator that there might be something that's needs to be looked at in that particular area. I think this part of this is going to be, let's see, changing the oil. I'm going to drain the oil, give it new. We'll have to spray the car factory color. Get to use our new paint booth that we bought. And then change coolant fluid and refill washer fluid. Along with fixing some of these other things. I'm going to put this car up on the lift. Start with changing that oil. Getting that oil changed out. How's everybody doing tonight? Alright, oil is... move that out of the way now. Alright, so I'm going to come in here. You can see, like I was telling you, this is a pretty rough looking part here that isn't identified in this list. But once I take it off, you can see it's noted as 13% needing to be replaced. And there it is. Yeah. Oil. It looked pretty dirty to me too. All right, so like I said, there's some bolts here that are kind of a rough color, so I'm not quite sure yet if that means that I don't think the this is an alternator. The alternator itself doesn't look bad, but I think what this means is you're going to have to take this part off to get some other parts that need some attention. Part of this, the fun of this game is, you know, just trying to figure out all of the parts that look like they need to be fixed. The game's not going to tell you, oh, well, you just have to go here and here. Sometimes you have to discover that. And sometimes you don't discover it until you take some other things off. Alright, so the parts that are highlighted in blue are definitely parts that are part of the mission. It looks like maybe, obviously that rim looks pretty bad. There might be like this shock absorber cap. It's in bad shape. The spring. Okay, spring cap, that's going to need to be replaced. This drive axle. Now, also, you'll notice I put my cursor on a part. It might highlight another part that's red. That just means before you can take off this part, you have to take off the part that is highlighted red first. So that's what we're going to do. When you say I wish to make cars in real life, what do you mean? Like the game used cars in real life? Okay, brake disc. Doesn't look like this is identified as a part already, so that's going to be in the hub. So for some reason I can't take the hub off. I have to take the axle out. Okay, there we go. Bunch of parts over here that need replacing. Pretty bad, isn't it? All right, so before I can take that off, I have to take this off. Why can't I take this off? Oh, there's a wheel bearing in there that I have to take out first. Then I can take the wheel hub off. 4 nuts off of here. They call it DW04 in this game. It's funny. Little play on the product. Every once in a while you'll see a bolt that needs to be sprayed. Okay, before I can take that off, I have to take this one off. Before I can take this off, I have to take out this rubber bushing that also is bad. Now I can do this. Now I can do, oh, I have to take this one off down here. Then, I guess before I can take this off, I have to take this off, which requires this to be taken off. Take that out. And then, this part. Yay! Okay, so looks like we got rid of... Oh, I don't know if those need to be replaced or not. I don't think so. They don't look like they're too bad of shape. So I've identified a few parts here that need to be repaired or replaced. So I'm going to go ahead and star those. Looks like I've found now all the parts that this story mission requires me to fix or replace. So now that I have that, when I click on it, everything that's highlighted in blue are the parts that I need to fix up. As well as doing the body repairing and painting it and stuff. So which job should I do first? Should I fix the parts? Repair or replace the body parts? Change the oil? Spray the think before I spray it, I probably should fix the parts. Or replace the parts, the body parts. And the last thing is changing the coolant and windshield fluid. What should I do, guys? Which one first? Alright, fix parts. Let's go do that. Alright, let's see. First, alright, so here's all of the things, with the exception of some of these other things that we had before we started this mission. The ones that are red are going to have to be purchased. I think all of these really are going to have to be purchased. Well, actually, since I'm able to repair some things, let's go see what I can repair that I don't have to buy. Mini game time. Okay, well, just a couple things I was able to repair, but at least I don't have to buy those. I'm going to sort by name. This will give me an idea of things that I need to definitely need to buy new parts for these red ones. And I would say probably any of the yellow ones too we'll have to purchase. So I'm going to start here. This, I can do a space bar here to add to the shopping list. So I'm going to just go and add the things that I know are going to have to be replaced on this. That rim I have to take off of the wheel. I'll have to do that in a minute. Shock absorber. This. A brake pad. I don't remember if a brake pad was one of those things that had to be fixed. Probably so. Brake disc. I can repair a brake disc. I've got the brake disc lathe in the shop over here. I can restore that to 100%. Oh, except for I can't do it for certain brakes. Brake discs. Oh, okay. I can do it for ventilated brakes, but not for just regular brake discs. Fun fact. Alright, so my shopping list has all these parts now. I'm going to start to go shopping then. So I'm going to pull up my tablet. Car parts. Open shopping list. I'm just going to go one by one. Buy these parts. Wheel hub. Buy. Sway bar. End link. Buy. Spring cap. I'm going to buy that. 4 rubber bushings. Yeah, that's one thing I like about it. It's got a pretty realistic feel to it. Two of these. Wheel hub. Okay. Rear suspension arm. A. And then there's rear suspension arm B. This. A rear spring. Rear shock absorber cap. Rear shock absorber. I like, say, what's my favorite part about fixing cars? I like repairing the bodies and giving them cool paint jobs. I usually will take a car. The first thing I do is like fix up the body parts and paint it. Even if like the parts are, you know, not in good shape. I do like to look at it first. So I'll usually fix it up and paint it up before I fix the car parts. And brake caliper. Okay. So I think I got all the parts now ordered. So I can go and start back here. I think this was majority of where the stuff needed to be repaired. So now I'm going to go into they call it the part mount mode with the green arrow or a green plus sign here. And it kind of highlights the parts that need to be put together. Some parts can't be added until other parts are added first. Same day delivery. Yeah, imagine playing this game and having to actually wait days or hours before you could even get the parts. That would suck. Like a realistic mode, maybe? Like extreme, like hardcore. Yeah, there's race cars you can fix up. There's drag cars. And then there's also like race cars. Did you see the previous video where I went through the junkyard and ended up finding a couple of NASCAR race cars? That was pretty cool. All right. Putting this together. Yeah, go check out, I think it was, the last video. Found a race car in the junkyard. I think it was a little bit of money, though. Couldn't afford to bring it back. Not yet. Maybe later. Maybe later. All right. Okay. And as I'm putting these on, I can also go back here. Anything with a green check mark, I can kind of clear the star. The highlighting, if you will. Okay. And this. This, and this. Okay, so now I should all I should have is highlighted are those things that still need to add on. There might be for extreme mode there might be something where you can't. Well, ghost mode is just basically putting you into the car examination mode. I don't think they'd take away the car examination mode, because that's a way of getting XP points. But definitely, I'll have to look and see, but there's different difficulties, and it might be one of those things where it just doesn't give you clues as to what needs to be put on next. That type of a thing. Alright, so I separated the tire from the rim. They're both in pretty bad shape. Let me go by. Yeah. Tire is 3%, rim is 10%. So I think I had to... What did I have to do? I have to replace the tire and the rim. Okay. So I'm going to go in here, add this to the shopping list for the tire. Add the rim to the shopping list. Now I'm going to go over here to the computer. I have to go to, there's a shop for tires and a shop for rims. I'll go to the rims first. Open my shopping list. Now, I have to buy an 18-inch rim. I have to buy an 18-inch rim. It's very important that you remember this. You note this. Go back here again. You can see here it says 18-inch rim. When you go to the store, you can buy this rim in anywhere from 12 inches to some 25s. So you want to make sure you get the correct rim size. I just need one. And then also, same thing with the tire. You're going to want to be careful. We're going to go to the tire shop next. Go to the shopping list. I'm going to take out this rim. Got to note these numbers here. First number, 235, is the width. I don't know if it's like millimeters, something like that. 235 millimeters. 35, I think, is the profile, meaning how much height there is between the top of the tire and the rim. So like a low profile tire, you'll see that on cars where they have like a really thin sidewall. So it's that's going to have a lower number here, the second number. And then the 18, R18 means the radius of 18. So an 18-inch rim. So a 235, 35, 18. We're going to have to remember that. All right, Cass, take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining. All right, so 18 inches, 235, and 35. And I just needed one of these things. So I just got to make sure, double check that I'm getting the right car size. I have bought tire sizes before without changing one of these by accident, and it just doesn't go on the rim, and you waste money. All right, so now I have the new tire, the new rim. I'm gonna go put them together over here on the wheel mount. Install rim tire. Now, before you mount this tire on the car, you have to balance the wheel. You have to make sure that there's weights added so that it spins around evenly. It's another mini game. Just have to align the green bar with the arrow. And then basically it balances the wheel. Alright. So now I can go and put this on that car. Sweet. All right. This is done. I think I have to replace this rubber bushing. And I think that's going to take care of these items in blue. Here and here. Got the race tire done. So oil filter. Okay, got those done. Looks like it's just the oil filter that I have to do. That's going to be up here at the front. And right here. So I'm going to go assembly mode. put this bad boy on here. And that should complete that, the parts part. So I think I've put in a couple hundred hours on this game so far. It's been fun. I definitely haven't finished the career mode, the story mode. So there's plenty to do. Lots of different cars. I have bought some down DLCs for different car packs. They even have like an electric car pack to work on electric cars. Yeah. If I were to guess, I probably have I don't know, it's hard to tell. Well, I mean, you can look here in the catalog. These are all the different kind of cars. There's 7 pages of cars like this. Different cars, and then with each car you can kind of customize parts and, you know, hoods and engine parts and stuff like that. So this is just the stuff that comes with the game itself. Some of these are download modifications, the DLCs that you can purchase. And then some of these are mods that the community has come up with. So I've downloaded some of those too. Another 4 pages of that. Oop, Corvette, minivan. There's your race car. So Mustang. Several different types of Mustangs. So pretty cool. Another race car. Porsche. Volkswagen. Pretty cool stuff. Endless combination of cars and colors and features. Alright, so done with the parts. Go over here. Parts. Done with the parts. Alright, now I need to work on replacing or repairing the body parts. I think I'll do that. Front bumper, front left fender, front right fender, rear bumper, and right headlight. So front bumper, rear bumper, front left fender, front right fender, and right headlight. Let's take these off. Front bumper, rear bumper, front right fender, front left fender. Okay. And I'm going to go to the body station. The game automatically puts the car you're working on as the first one, so that's good. Open shopping list. Oh, I didn't add these. Go add these to the shopping list. Oh, and also it was the right headlight B. Left headlight, right headlight. Right headlight B. Add that to the list. Open the shopping cart. Okay, racing tire we did. Front left fender. 150 credits. Buy. All right. Front right fender. Buy. Rear bumper. All right, what did I do? Rear bumper B. This might be It's not coming up here. So this might be a body tuning part. Body tuning meaning it's like an upgrade. Rear bumper. There you go. It's kind of a specialized car part. Front bumper B. Okay. And then right headlight B. Boom. Alright, I think that's all the parts that I need. So let's go back to body assembly mode. Put these bad boys together. Right headlight. Put this. That's already there. License plate. Put that back. Left fender. On. Right fender. On. Rear bumper. On. Okay. What else? I think for body parts, that was it. Okay. Done. All done. Next, change oil. I'm gonna do the oil. I'm gonna fill the oil last, and also these fluids. So it's time to spray the car. Now, one thing I don't like, like this car's all rusty. If it was my own car, I was working on it, I'd probably put this welder on it, and also buy other parts so that it was nicer before I painted it. But the customer didn't want that. So for now, we're just going to send it to the booth like this. So move the car to paint. So looking at you asking how long it takes to finish a project, depends on how bad the shape is of the car, how many parts you have to fix. But in some of my other videos, it looks like I was, spending a half an hour, or a couple of those projects took me an hour to do. Just depends on what has to be done with it. So I'm going to paint this car. A lot of it's going to be kind of rusty still, but oh well. I have to paint it a factory color. So it gives you the option. Here's where you can change the different colors. Which is kind of cool, right? Right now I'm just kind of limited to these certain colors. Later on you can do some wraps, some different livery options, some hues, stuff like that. But that requires paint shop level 2 upgrade in the shop. And change the paint type here. The matte chameleon is pretty cool. Chameleon chrome. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Green chrome. Right? Let's see what else here. Matte pearl. Get pearl. It's pretty cool. Metallic. Ooh, look at that. Solid. Okay. Gloss. All right, so factory. I don't know. So I guess change this. If I go to factory, does it? Okay, so factory is going to be gloss color. This is the mission here, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 1,000 credits. Get that spray painted to factory. So it wouldn't look bad if it wasn't for the old rusty parts. I'm not going to spend my money on it though. Customer didn't want me to. So that's done. We're going to move this over to the lift again. And then I think all we have, so we got parts fixed, body parts fixed, sprayed. Now we just have to put some oil in, change the coolant, and put some windshield wiper fluid in, and we're done. So coolant, we have to first drain the coolant out that's in it. Do that, I select this tool here, this drain tool, and then I select the part and it drains the liquid out. So now I need to go and add coolant. Hey Sarah, welcome to the chat. Glad you're here. Okay. Coolant added. Washer fluid, I think, was also another thing. So I'm going to tip this over. Once it tips down a little bit, that means it's filled up enough. And then oil change. I'm glad you're listening. Tipping it up. Which comes down, you're done. All right, so I think that's got all fluids. Everything's done. Let me go back before we try to check out here. I want to make sure there's not any parts that look like I missed. Should have put back on. It'll tell me if I try to complete the job and I forgot to put parts on. It'll tell me. But for now, I think we're good. So I'm going to move this out. I'm going to come around here. Come around here. I'm going to take a screenshot because I need that for thumbnail. All right. And that job should be done. Finish order. And I got 11 grand for that job. Woo! Virtual high five. So, yep. Cool. Then what I do usually, clean up a little bit. Every time you complete a job, you get a case. Open this case. You get a chance to draw from some cards, and you can get XP, or you can get credits, or you can get barn find maps. I usually like to start with the two end cards. Nope. Well, I mean, for crates and stuff, for additional boxes. So I got 106 parts, upgrade parts, and I got 227 XP. So I'm getting closer to that 900 XP level. So here pretty soon, should be able to level up, which will let me, get new skill points that I can apply over here. And also, let's go look at the map. Level 10 opens the barn. So once I get to level 10, I can go visit some barns and see what kind of vehicles I can find in barns. Pretty cool. Should be able to do that with the next vehicle. So these are all parts that I can't fix up. If I can't fix them up, I can't use them for other cars. Right? So I might as well just sell them. I'm not going to sell these batteries because I think those are good, and I'll keep those. I'm going to sell parts. Conditions below or equal to, I'm going to do 98%. All right, so basically that sold everything but those 2 batteries. And then I'm going to say, I did not say I was going to eat those. I don't think. We'll clean up my shopping list here as well. Did I say I was going to eat batteries? That would be weird. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream here on that one. Successfully fixed up the BMW. Used the paint booth for the first time. And made a little money. And so I think we'll stop it here. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining. See you later.